Hello friends, welcome to physics class. In this video, I am going to explain law of conservation of momentum. Before going into this law, let us learn what is momentum first. What is momentum? And here before going into momentum, let me give one example. Imagine here I have an object which is moving with some velocity, and here is another object which is moving with another velocity. And here a glass slab, it is a glass slab. Here also this is a glass slab. Now my question is, which of these two objects has more strength to damage the glass? Either it is the first object A or the second object B. Guess which of these two objects has more strength to damage the glass? Definitely you can't give a perfect answer, because I said just they are moving, but there is no value of its velocity. Okay, chalo. I will give the velocity of it. It is moving with a velocity of 2 meters per second, and it is moving with a velocity of 5 meters per second. Which of these two will have more ability to damage the glass? Now 50% of the viewers who are seeing this video are expecting that the object B will damage the glass, but there is no guarantee. The reason is, the object, whatever you have taken, the object A, its mass is 20 kgs, right? And its mass is 2 kgs. Its mass is 20 kgs, moving with a velocity of 2 meters per second. Its mass is 2 kgs, moving with a velocity of 5 meters per second. Let us see the product of 20 kgs and 2. 20 into 2 is equals to 40, and the product of these two, 2 into 5 is equals to 10. So what is this 40 and what is this 10? This 40 and this 10 only is saying the strength what they have in their speed. Okay, now in simple terms, you can say it as a mass in motion. You can say it as mass in motion. That is nothing but momentum. Mass in motion is called as a momentum. Now this 40 is the value of the momentum of the object A, and this 10 is the value of the momentum of the object B. Now as the momentum is more for A has more strength to damage the glass. Means possibility of damaging of this glass will be more in case of A, whereas in case of B it is lesser, because its momentum is 10. Right? That is what the momentum. Next, if you want to know the momentum, what do? You have taken the product of these two. Right? Product of those two. What are those two? One is the mass, another one is what? This is what? Mass, and this is the velocity. Mass into velocity. This mass and velocity is known as the momentum, very in simple terms, right? P is equals to m into v. Momentum is denoted by P. P is equals to m into v, mass into velocity. Its units, if you see, its units. Now you see its units. Kilograms is the unit of mass. Meters per second is unit of velocity. Mass is kilograms. Velocity meters per second. These are the units of momentum in SI or MKS, or gram centimeter per second is the unit of it in CGS system. This is about momentum, where momentum can be simply called as a mass in motion. Means every moving body gains some strength in it. Okay, now that strength itself can be, we use the physics term momentum we use. Right, children? Now come to the law of conservation of moment. Example, here I have taken an object of mass m1 and another object of mass m2, and m1 is moving with a velocity of u1, m2 is moving with a velocity of u2. In which direction they are moving? They are moving in forward direction. Right? u1 in this direction and u2 also in this direction. Okay. Due to the change in velocity, what happened? These two have collided to each other. These two have collided to each other. Or else, you can suppose like this also. If you have any dilemma here, you suppose an object m2 I am taking here. m2. Okay, now moving with a velocity of u2 in opposite direction. Okay, now this object is moving in this direction, this object is moving in that direction. So what happens after some time? After coming to here, these two will collide to each other. What happened is these two are collided. So after collision, do they stop there? No. After collision, they move in different directions. Let us suppose after collision, this object m2 has moved to here and this m1 has moved to there. Okay. So this is m1 and this is m2. After collision, their speeds also different, velocity is also different. Its velocity is v2, its velocity is v1. This is the situation you have to understand for understanding the law of conservation of momentum. Two objects of different masses and different velocities have collided to each other, and after collision they are moving in different directions with different velocities. Mass will not be changed. Masses remained as it is, but the velocities will be changed. Now, as the force is exerted between these two, we have to apply Newton's third law. Right? Force applied by the first object is equals to force applied by the second object in opposite direction. For every action, there is equal and opposite reaction, negative reaction. It is well known to us. Right? Action is equals to minus reaction. So F1 is equals to minus F2. Right? What is force exerted according to Newton's second law? Change in momentum. Rate of change of momentum. I will come to that word also. Rate of change of momentum, delta T by T. Delta P of the first object is equals to minus of delta P of the second object by time. Right? As it is a little clumsy here, I am rubbing it. Please remind it M1 is the mass of the first object, M2 is the mass of the second object. Okay. Force exerted is rate of change of momentum. Right? F is equals to delta P by T from Newton's second law. So here, mass of the first object is m1, its velocity is u1. So it becomes the initial momentum. Initial momentum of whom? Of object A. First body's momentum. And m1 v1 is what? Is the final momentum of object A. You may suppose object or ball or anything. It is the initial momentum of it, mass into velocity. It is the final momentum of it. What is the change in momentum now? What is the change in momentum? Change in momentum is final momentum minus initial momentum. That is m1 v1 minus m1 u1. This is change in momentum. Similarly, take the second object B. Its initial momentum, B mass is m2 and u2, that is its initial momentum P, and here m2 v2, object B is m2 and v2, this is what? Final momentum. Then what is the change in momentum? Change in momentum is m2 v2 minus m2 u2. Final momentum minus initial momentum. ఎంత చేంజ్ వచ్చిందంటే ఏం తెలియాలి మనకు? రెండు వాల్యూస్ తెలియాలి. ఫస్ట్ ఎంత ఉంది, లాస్ట్ ఎంత ఉంది. సో ఆ రెండింటి డిఫరెన్స్ చేంజ్ ఇన్ momentum will take. So here you see delta p is the change in momentum of the first object. Delta p I am writing 2 here. Change in momentum of the second object. Change in momentum of the first object. How much it is m1 v1 minus m2 v2 by t. Sorry, m1 v1 minus, excuse me, m1 v1 minus m1 u1 by t is equals to minus of change in momentum of the second object, m2 v2 minus m2 u by time. Time gets cancelled. Let us write it again. m1 v1 minus m1 u1 is equals to minus of, I am writing this total, m1 v1 minus m1 u1 is equals to minus of m2 v2, minus into minus plus m2 u2, right? Take this m2 v2 term here, and it becomes m1 v1 plus m2 v2. Take this m1 u1 term to there, it becomes m1 u1 plus m2 u2. So for our comfortability, I will write this one as m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equals to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equals to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. This is known as law of conservation of momentum. Hence, how to define this law of conservation of momentum? Now you see, m1 u1 momentum of the first object, m2 u2 momentum of the first object before collision, m1 v1 momentum of the first object after collision, m2 v2 momentum of the second object after collision. Hello, see here I have taken 7 coins where I am going to show the law of conservation of momentum here. So if I take one coin and if I strike with this one coin, the one coin will come out. The same thing if I do with 2 coins are coming out. The same thing if I do with 3 coins are coming out. So this is what law of conservation of momentum. Momentum of the bodies before collision. Here 4 coins are there. The momentum, sum of the momentums of all these bodies, that is m1, m2, m3, m4, let us suppose. So the sum of the momentums before collision is sum of the momentums after collision. See here, 4 coins have come to out. So if I take one coin, the one coin is coming out. This is what the law of conservation of momentum to understand in simple way. Thank you very much. Let us continue. Sum of the momentum of the bodies after collision. So you can conclude this one like this. In a given system, what is the given system? Here we have taken the 2 objects A and B, 2 bodies A and B, or 2 balls A and B we have taken. Here a system, whatever it may be, in a given system, the sum of the momentum of the momentum of the bodies before collision is equal to sum of the momentum of the bodies after collision. In a given system, the sum of the momentum of the bodies before collision is equal to the sum of the momentum of the bodies after collision. This is known as a law of conservation of momentum. So once again you see law of conservation of momentum. We have considered two objects, m1 and m2. Initially they are moving with the velocities u1 and u2. After collision, their velocities are changed. That is v1 and v2. v1 is the final velocity of the first object. v2 is the final velocity of the second object. So we have applied the Newton's third law. From Newton's third law, what can you write? Action is equals to minus reaction. Action is force applied by the first object on the second one. At the same time, the second object also will apply the force on the first one in opposite direction. So I am writing F1 is equals to minus F2. F1 is delta P by T, rate of change of momentum. F2 is rate of change of momentum, delta P by T. So m1 v1 minus m1 v1 minus m1 v1 by T, Tt cancel, and this one we are writing the simple terms like m1 v1 plus m2 v2 is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. Right? This is the law of conservation of momentum. Based on these momentums, we can find there are many numerical problems are there. Please focus on the numerical problems if possible. We will discuss the numerical problems also in the next video. Thank you very much. Thank you.